Welcome back, folks, to another episode of 100 Hats Gaming. You really didn't miss anything at all. I just let the game sit for a second. This is your host, Neko. I am currently just defeated the ravenous, dangerous, wild Nidoran in hopes of leveling my own Nidoran some. As I said before, I don't really know what Pokemon to train. I'm just trying to do the kid thing where you train what looks cool. If any of you guys have Pokemon you think I should train, let me know. I'm open to suggestions. Otherwise, ooh, critical hit. I'm still going to switch you out though. Nidoking finally made it onto my team when I got a Hidden Ability 1 back in Gen 5. I still have him in Gen 6. I ran him with Choice Scarf for a while, and then with Life Orb. Overall, he's just been a pretty great counter for a lot of different things on my team from time to time. I've actually kind of retired him recently, but he kind of got a little bit of a rebirth recently because I'm rebuilding a new ground team. I lost... I don't want to say I lost my love for my ground team, but a lot of the strategy and stuff I used in Gen 5 just didn't hold up when Gen 6 rolled around. And I decided to focus on a new type, because in our league, we do monotype gym leaders. And I had been a ground gym leader, and I decided to try myself out on a new type, mostly just to try new things. Branch out a little bit. Most of my friends had changed types too, so it just sort of seemed like the thing to do. If he uses Tackle, I'm dead. If he uses Leer again... Oh, or I can get the critical hit. Hey, you're finally level 4. Neat. Soon you're actually able to kill things by yourself. Pardon me if these episodes are running a bit long, folks. Getting used to not playing with a giant timer in front of me. When I capture... When I capture game data from my PS3, Xbox 360, Wii U, those kind of consoles, I've got a giant timer ticking in front of me. Here, two things. One, I'm by myself, so it's a lot easier. There's no one saying, hey, you're getting kind of long. And two, the timer's not actually in front of me. I've got to look to actually check the time. Weird concept. I used to come home every day, and the Pokemon anime would always be on at 4 o'clock right when I get home from school. And that was like my life. I'd go to school, get home, watch Pokemon, go to my friend's house, talk about Pokemon, play Pokemon. And that was every day, 5 days a week. I had a lot of the VHS tapes and stuff, and just awesome. One of my friends bought me for my birthday a while back a movie poster for Pokemon Forever. Celebi is by far my favorite legendary Pokemon, and I actually still have the poster. It's funny, because my room at home has like a window on the door, like it's an exterior door actually, because my room used to be a porch, and I actually, to get privacy, put that poster over it. So if I'm back in my room and my lights are on and you walk towards my room, all you see is the lit up movie poster. Very attractive to the ladies. But I love it. Celebi's always been my favorite legendary. There's unwritten fanfiction out there where, of course, my Pokemon partner is Celebi. Unwritten fanfiction that no one will ever read. I do a lot of writing these days, and I always get questions from friends like, oh, well, did you start on fanfiction? Because I guess that's where all of my writer friends started. But I really wasn't a big fanfiction writer. I really just kind of jumped into real-world writing. But I guess in some ways I didn't write fanfiction, like, down. But I, you know, spent hours upon hours imagining, like, complex scenarios for me and my friends to play, like, make-believe in. Like, we were Pokemon trainers, or we had Pokemon, or there were Pokemon sports teams, and all kinds of weird things like that. And I had a blast doing it when I was little, so I don't think I ever really did the fanfiction route, because that took too much staying inside. That might be a little... Wow, really? Come on. Yeah, but it just took too much not being near people for me to really get interested in writing fanfiction. I was more prone to going outside and doing stuff with Pokemon outdoors. You mentioned in the Sonic Adventure 2 playthrough that we used to fight with foam swords when I was little, and we did, and we literally just spent hours upon hours every day beating the crap out of each other with these swords. And before we had the foam swords, it was wiffle ball bats. We used to have video of our friend Herbie fighting my older brother with a wooden sword, and he was using a bamboo pole, and them just going at each other for like 20 minutes until finally the pole was shattering to bits. And just crazy fights. And we weren't, like, violent with each other otherwise. This is just what we did for fun. So, you know, but there were always, like, reasons for it in our heads. Like, we were always, like, knights, or, like, we made up scenarios and things. And I think that's part of why I've become so focused on writing, is sometimes I once told someone, I'm a fanfiction writer and my fandom is the world. And I think that's really true for me. Maybe not for most people, but I actually really like the way the world works in certain ways. And I admit that it's not for everyone, and there's a lot of things wrong in the world we live in. But I like to think, rather than choosing to dwell in a fandom of, you know, anything, even like Pokemon and games I love, I choose to focus on the world we actually live in, and that's where I choose to write my fan stories. I have finished a couple manuscripts at this point now, and you know, this is obviously years after playing Make-Believe when I was a kid, but some of my stories involve those ideas I had when I was a little kid. So, you know, if you're smart, you can find references to Pokemon and other games, level up for both of you, in my stories, because that's where it all began on some level. Again, I really hope I'm not boring you folks. I promise I get funny at some point here. If you've been watching our Sonic Adventure 2 or any of other playthroughs, you know, I usually also don't have this good of a time. Usually I'm getting much more frustrated with the game. So maybe it's the fact that I'm only fighting, you know, the occasional Nidoran that kicks my butt. Or that dang Rattata that did a million... Oh, do I switch? You can handle it. Come on. Critical hit. Nope. Crap. Should've switched. I'll probably see how many views an episode like this goes, where I don't really do much besides grind, and use that to judge in the future whether you guys want to see videos that are going to be more of me talking and less actually happening. Because if you guys are mostly focused on me actually, you know, fighting trainers and stuff, I'm not going to make you sit and watch me level up Pokemon in my party. So I'll cut those bits out with editing and such. But, you know, again, folks, I've probably said this a million times already, but leave comments on what you want, what sort of Pokemon you want me to see, ideas for nicknames and things, ideas for things you want me to try in-game, because I'm really coming at this with a fresh perspective. I'm already, like, forgetting things kinds of things you never really think you'll forget, you know? Like, I have a gigantic wealth of useless video game knowledge. One of my buddies can... Oh, alright, that's over here. I think on some level I knew he was there. Because I even knew I wanted to battle him. I just didn't think it was this close. I thought you had to get closer to the Pokemon League first. Probably should level up my Nidoran a bit more. Oh well, I could take him. One of my buddies can recite the safe code from Final Fantasy VII to fight the Lost Number boss from heart. Like, he just has it memorized. And it always just makes me laugh that he can just rattle it off without a problem. Level 9 Pidgey is gonna give my Nidoran a bad day. Alright, let's see if Bulbasaur does better. I wonder if it's worth using Leech Seed. See, I don't... Leech Seed's... I feel like it's not actually going to do enough damage to make it worth using on him. Oh, that's right, it heals me after he attacks, though. That's weird. If I remember correctly, moves like Wrap are really overpowered in this game, as are like sleep moves, because you could theoretically just make them sleep forever. Right, if I start missing because of Sand Attack, I'm going to be really happy I Leech Seeded, though. Oh, come on, man. Not that cheap strategy. I hate evasion strategies with the boss. I battled a guy the other day, and he led with a Gardevoir that used Double Team immediately, and I kept using Taunt for like 6 turns on it and could not land a Taunt to try and get it to stop Double Teaming, and then it started Calm Minding. And if not for the fact that my Sableye was immune to all of its attacks, it probably would have swept my entire team. And I really can't stand evasion strategies. I know they're just as fair and legit as any other strategy in Pokemon, in my opinion, but I personally will not use any strategy that overly requires luck to be on your side, and I can't think of a better example than that, than an evasion strategy where even if you're at max evasion, you're still just kind of relying on them to miss, and you can still get screwed over by miss. Now, that being said, you know, I feel like any defensive strategy can get screwed over by luck, because he's really kicking my butt here, because I can't hit him. There we go. I'm going to take a turn here and use my potion. Because of the critical hit mechanics, you know, I've had +6 double defense Pokemon get knocked out in one hit because of a lucky crit, you know? It can happen, but... Oh, come on, you couldn't have taken that last HP with you. Wow, my evasion can't get any worse. I'm gonna switch out here just so my Bulbasaur has a shot at hitting something again. I'm in what they call the rec committee on the site, which means I get to help decide who gets into the league and who doesn't. And I'm not going to talk really in detail about anyone's rec battles, because that would be unkind to those people. But I will say that I get to see not only challengers bring in all kinds of different teams, but also members of our league. A lot of times, because they're not... those matches aren't for a gym badge, they'll test things out and such. And I am always really surprised at some of the stuff. Wow, this Charmander's kicking my butt. God, I'm just gonna tackle him. I'm always really surprised by what people bring in. I see strategies all the time that I'm like, what? I got my butt kicked the other day by the one guy on the site who brought in a Heracross non-Mega. And I'm so used to fighting Mega Heracross that normal Heracross, I was totally underestimated. It totally gave me all kinds of problems. Ugh, this level gave my Nidoran 2 levels, so clearly I should have just fought him earlier. Woo! Alright folks, I'm going to call it an episode here. Next episode, I'm going to Viridian City, or Viridian Forest, and on to Viridian City, I swear. enough leveling Nidoran. This has been Neko, folks. Don't forget to comment and let me know what else you guys want to see as this playthrough moves forward. And if you want to stay up to date on all our Pokemon Red episodes, don't forget to subscribe. Alright, folks. See ya.